Before we get into the video, I need you guys to do me a favour. Number 1, like the video. Also comment, let me know your thoughts on the story. Manchester-based Yardi Derek was a notorious dealer who sold Class A gear like crack and coke and H. Now, despite the fact that he sold drugs to some of Manchester's most notorious gangsters, like Dessie Noonan, Derek McDuffus dreamed of becoming a chef and opening up his own eatery. Now, that dream was thrown out of the window when Dessie Noonan, part of the Nunan crime family, had been aimed on Yardi Derek's own front doorstep. Now, Dessie Noonan acted as a political fixer together with his younger brother Dominic Nunan. The Nunan brothers were said to allegedly have been implicated in at least 25 M's during their 20-year hold on the Manchester underworld. In the 1980s, Dessie had established a security company and he was supplying clubs and pubs with strong doormen. Now, Desmond famously told the news crew that he had more GUNs than the police and he could wage a major war. However, on March 18th of 2005, Dessie was a shell of his former self. He was fully and firmly an addict and a drunk who still tried to bully dealers into supplying him with drugs. Yardi Derek was born and raised in Jamaica but moved to Manchester in his early 20s. As well as being a dealer, Derek was also a dad of 3 and he also took on gigs as a DJ, DJing in clubs in Manchester and Ashton-under-Lyne. The DJ gig was said to be a ruse, a side quest, as a way of bringing in drugs into the club scene and making more money. Now, Yardi Derek also sold crack and H from his home in Chorltons, Merseybank estate. Yardi Derek was an anomaly though, because depending on the person, when he sold you gear, he would also invite you into his home so you could try his cooking. Cooking like rice and peas, curry goat, plantain. He would then ask you his opinion and he would tweak the recipe. Now, in Derek's spare time, he had begun to purchase utensils and seasonings and cookery sets in hope of being given a spot in Chorltons to open up an eatery. It would be a van that him and his friend would partner up on. The council rejected it and says that Derek could open up a spot in Moss Side. Again, concerning Dessie, towards the end of his life, Dessie Noonan was equal parts hitman and equal parts crack addict. Still very, very dangerous, erratic, volatile, pensive, aggressive. Now, Dessie used his 6-foot tall and 20-stone frame to still intimidate dealers who were still dealing on patches the Noonan crime family actually believed they still commanded. Now, Dessie and Derek had fallen out at roughly around Christmas 2004. Derek's gear was stolen, a stash worth £10,000, and he believed that Dessie Noonan had orchestrated that robbery. So Derek had passed word that he would not sell to Dessie Noonan anymore, something that was backed up by Dessie's brothers. Now, both men were said to have gone back and forth with promises of violence. On one occasion, Derek warned Dessie, "F off, I will K you." However, Dessie still got drugs from Derek by forcing his friends to go to Derek's home instead and purchase the drugs on his behalf. And again, on March 2005, Dessie had spent the evening drinking and singing at the Park Public House in Northern Moor. No one offered to get the drugs off Yardi Derek, so in a drunken stupor, Dessie made his way to Derek's home in Merseybank estate to try and secure those drugs. Now, Dessie Noonan banged on the door 3 times. Derek looked out of his window, grabbed a blade from the kitchen and then stormed to the front door, opening it. The 2 men had some form of argument. Derek then stabbed 45-year-old Dessie Noonan. He was then pushed from the front step and into the street where he collapsed. Gravely injured, Dessie phoned his wife in the early hours of the morning to tell her that he had been stabbed in the stomach. Emergency services were called and Dessie was taken to hospital, where sadly he was pronounced dead soon after. Now, Derek, who was 41 years old, was said to have told friends, "I don't mess around," after news quickly spread that Dessie Noonan had been aimed. Now, Derek allegedly gave an associate his trainers stained with red and told them to dispose of it. That friend also took the stand against Derek. Now, when Derek was arrested, he claimed he had nothing to do with the M and had never met Dessie Noonan on that date and was not a dealer in any shape or form. However, he was found guilty of the M and Derek was jailed for life with a minimum term of 15 years. Now, Derek has never explained the reason why he stabbed Dessie on that date or what the argument was about. And as for Yardi Derek, it is said that he was released from jail in 2020. Stay safe.